Greetings from your disseminator of truth. Hey, we're going to talk politics today about the fact that people say you can't talk politics whenever you start talking about the truth of politics, the true politics of who America is. And, they're allowed to, the Democrats specifically, are allowed to falsify, always attack the wrong people for things on purpose and talk about it all day. And what I'm talking about is, they did that to Donald Trump, but I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about always calling Republicans racist when it's the exact opposite. It's the Democrats who are known for racism. Acting like the Republicans sponsor slavery by being patriotic. They have falsified the notion on a regular basis that the patriotism of Republicans is because they're supportive of the past slavery. It's the exact opposite. The Republicans came here. They're the ones that the settlers originated and became the Republican Party, or the original Republican Party, in my opinion. It's not just my opinion. I mean, the evidence shows that they are the ones that came here to escape Europe, to escape being hung by the neck for reading the Bible. And then European countries followed them here, England being a lead country at the time, to try to stop them from doing that. And they brought the slavery and everything else. It was the governments. So it wasn't the settlers who came here and made peace treaties with the Indians. It was the governments who came and then brought other people supportive of them to, it's a generalization, but that's the big pattern. I mean, so I found it interesting to note, though, recently, that they always try to say it's offensive to talk politics. Like, I shouldn't talk about that and create stirred division or whatever, to tell the truth that the Democrats are the ones who are known for slavery, and today they fought the Civil War to keep slavery. We know that. They did that, and they lost. The Republicans won that. So they pretend to be against the Dixie flag. I don't know if that's a poisonous caterpillar or what. They pretended to be against it, but that was their flag. And it's not always representative of something bad. It's a state flag in some cases, but that's a state flag. Might have been a Georgia flag, but there were generally, I guess, Dixie. I don't remember all the stuff about that, but Dixie would have been Southern states, perhaps. But they never promoted the Yankee flag instead, which represented the part of the Civil War that overcame them. I'm going to have to hurry here. So when we tell the truth about who we are as a nation, the Republicans are the party of freedom. The Republicans are the party of free market capitalism instead of slavery. They're the party of one nation under God. They're the party of, which, by the way, I'm independent. I think that the Republicans have been duped by drug laws and stuff, so we have false science and all that. But, I'm not going to go into much more, because I guess I have a few distractions here. My time is short. I'm not in a private place. And, but the main point I wanted to make is, I just recognize that they're always telling us not to talk religion or politics, but they do it all the time when they're lying about it. So nobody knows who we really are, who to vote for. And, okay, the other point I wanted to bring up, I had forgotten about this, was when they're always going against falsifying who's racist and falsely calling people racist that are not racist, then they're never opposing true racism. They're not opposing the true racists. They're inviting more racists. So I think we should talk the politics. I think we should oppose true racism. I think we should define it properly. Anything that does not represent everybody came from God, Adam, and Eve, and from Noah's family after the flood is actually anything that does not represent that is racist. That's the only thing that points to one human race. If you don't believe in one human race, then that's not believing in one human race is racist. So, claiming that somebody's prejudiced, they call that racist. That's not racism. Prejudice is not the same as racism. Racism actually just believes that we are not one human race. So, a lot of people will act like, the problem is, people act like that's not important, that's no big deal, who cares? Why does it matter to point that out? Well, it doesn't matter. You act like it doesn't matter to silence the people who always tell the opposite and lie and falsify definitions of racism. You don't silence them. So why would you think it's not important to speak the truth on the issue? Why do you think it's irrelevant? Maybe you believe, maybe you are racist. Maybe you don't really believe the truth. And so you think it's not important. Maybe you've fallen for the lies and you haven't looked at the whole circle and they don't realize they want to silence you and they call it offensive and we don't want to offend these people or whatever. And so the people that act all offended, some of them are conspirators and tricksters and trying to dupe you, and whether it's for money or putting money in government's hands or allowing the drug cartels to overpower everything. Or whatever it is. But I'm going to end this video just because of time's sake. And still getting over a pulled tooth. Got some kind of ulcer on this side of the tongue, so it's hard to talk. It hurts to talk because the ulcer hits the teeth. But I don't know why it's not going away faster. But I think it's almost over. I'm gonna end it before 7 minutes. Thank you.